Welcome to the Sports Show. My guest today is a special boxer and also a very special friend. I'd like to welcome Ben Day, 10th born, 37 years old, and unbeaten in boxing. Welcome to the studio today, Ben.
Nice to see you, Amdad.
And very, very welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to talk about your boxing journey from the beginning, Ben.
Yeah.
A little bit of an introduction about yourself. Tell us about your journey throughout the sport, going back as long as you can remember.
Oh, my God. Bit of an accident, really. I never liked boxing. I hated it. I never used to watch it. And I was I'm going down the wrong path, and I was drinking so much alcohol and messing around and turning up on a building site. I used to be a carpenter, turning up drunk, and one of the safety officers got hold of me, and he was like, "You smell a drink," and I was like, "This was from the night before," and he was like, "Well, you better get your ass down the gym." Andy Bowen, his name is, and he grabbed me by the scruff of the neck, took me down the boxing gym, and I never looked back.
Right, so it's a situation at work that prompted you to take the first few steps into a career in boxing.
Misfortune, I suppose. Yeah,
fortune.
A misfortune. Yeah, and I enjoyed it. Straight away, I picked it up, and after that, I went back to construction, went back to building. Still wasn't really happy. And then one day I lost my driving license to drink driving. Then I lost my job, lost everything, rock bottom, and then I had to rebuild and start again. And that's when I joined a boxing gym, John Mooney's boxing gym at London Bridge. I built John's gym for him with my carpentry skills. Built the actual gym with my personality, good energy. I just had a laugh with people. And then I went on my own. I built a gym in Euston called Ringtone Boxing Gym. That's 6 years, 6 years, going very, very strong now. I saw a little gap in the market as well. Recreational users, this is like a 76% market. So I don't know any business that neglects 76% of their market, but certainly not me. I've got ladies classes, cab drivers classes, all different classes for just recreational users.
And are you open 7 days?
6 days. 6 days a week. That's enough. I was when I was doing the building work, I was 7 days a week, 15, 16 hours working on it. To get a business up and running off the ground.
I understand you used to have a scheme. I don't know if it's still running, but years ago when local homeless people used to be able to come in, or people with vulnerabilities.
That's right. First of all, we did youths. And sadly to say, they let themselves down a little bit. Things were getting damaged. My phone went missing and stuff, and I couldn't do it anymore.
All at a cost to you, of course.
This is what a lot of people don't understand. That it's like, well, why don't you do this? Not so much charity for this, and kids, but it just ruins the ethos of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying all that, but if it's at a cost to me, it's impossible because you can't pay the bills, right? We helped Camden alcoholics and drug users. Every Friday when the gym's quiet, we were getting all the lads in. So, a few ladies too. They were loving it. But then what was happening is that some of them were turning up Monday drunk, coming down the gym, and you can laugh about it, we can joke, but when they wouldn't leave, and they were being very loud in front of the classes and all the clients are not going to like that. So I had to stop that as well, and that's a shame because I'm not funded. Literally, I'm doing it all myself, through the business. So. And
that's been the story of your boxing career throughout, hasn't it? It's been pure graft and you funding yourself. Has it been tough? You don't have the luxury of a huge sponsor.
No, I can't even explain and go into. People see a lovely gym, nice and busy, fancy lights. They haven't got a clue about the journey. No one wants to know about the journey. They just want. They see. There's no success without any struggle. It's impossible, and that has been an absolute struggle. I've wanted to walk out 3 or 4 times. I've cried. I have left the place, and I've just kept going and kept going and kept going and just worked hard. No one's given me anything.
Ringtone Boxing Gym is based in it's right in the middle
Oh,
of a
it's
community
hard.
hub, isn't it?
That's
Euston,
right.
am I right?
Euston, but we're literally between Warren Street and Euston, and we're 2 minutes, 4 minutes from Tottenham Court Road. But we're in the basement, 1,800 square foot. We never had planning permission. I come in. I saw a location. It was a great location. I thought, right, I'll see if I can set it up. Pray to the Almighty, and I bumped into a friend I haven't seen for years, and he's from Devon originally. His name's Garth McWilliam, and I said, "What are you doing with yourself now?" He said, "I work for Camden Planning Department." So he did all my planning application for me as a friend.
Excellent.
You know, and that was, you know, me giving back and him giving back, and what goes around comes around. You know.
You sometimes host white collar boxing events.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
Okay, our team, me and my ringtone team, put on shows for white collar boxing charity events. We keep it in house, so a lot of promoters come down and they mismatch, fighters, and people get hurt, right? So you can't match a fighter or a client without seeing them and building a relationship. So I build a relationship with them for 6 months, a year. If they're not ready, they're not ready. But we host the show, and we're doing shows for cancer, mind, mental health, CMT, Charcot-Marie Tooth disease for a friend, many charities. But the recent one, I thought, you know what, I'll do it for everyone else when I do it for myself. So my father passed away, when I was 16 years ago, of motor neuron syndrome. So I thought, right, let's do a show for him, and it was my kind of last saying goodbye, because I never really said goodbye myself. So it was letting go. My sister come up, and we're still counting the money that we've raised for charity, and yeah, I'm in a good position to give back. So that's what life's all about.
Great stuff.
In my eyes, that's what life's all about. Not fancy cars or Rolex watches, all that rubbish. Not at all. It's what you give back.
You must get asked this question every time somebody meets you. But number one, who's been your boxing inspiration, and who's your favourite boxer?
Oh, I didn't have an amateur career, right? All I did was watch Prince Nassim Hamad. For me, the best. Roy Jones is up there with me, elusive fighters, but Naz has given me so much joy. I just watched over and over and over and over, and I just tried the moves out in the gym, and I seem to be getting them a little bit. And he also come down the gym as well. I speak to him sometimes on the phone, which is
So
great.
he's visited Ringtone as well?
A few times now. Yeah, good few times. I've met him in restaurants and that in Marylebone, and he's dropped me back to the gym in his Bentley, and I'm thinking, how did this happen? What am I doing here? 1 minute, I'm looking at him in a TV screen, visualised him a lot, and kind of see through his eyes, kind of thing, become him myself.
What did you particularly like about Nassim?
It's just unorthodox skills. I don't believe you can teach that, to be honest. See, in my training, I don't even know what I'm going to do. So how does anyone else going to work it out? I was never taught. I just watched, and I seem to be getting away with it. It speaks for itself. 2 white collar fights, 8 fights unbeaten, 1 title, onto my second title. It's there. Speaks for itself.
So you're now preparing for the Southern Area title.
Prestigious belt.
A very prestigious belt, I should add. And you are fighting on the 5th of December.
That's right, at York Hall.
The home of boxing, which is York Hall. The East End itself has got
boxing.
a very, it's a mecca of boxing. Very traditional.
That's right.
Sport here as well. How's your preparations been?
It's been amazing. It really has. Normally, you get, I call it the tripod. We have nutrition, rest, and then you have the training. But they've never all been together. The training's been good. I wasn't getting enough rest at one stage, and I thought my nutrition was good, but terrible. Now, training's brilliant. I'm learning to rest. I've got Greg White that's come on board. He's vegan. He doesn't eat vegan food, but I've been eating vegan food, and he's been preparing my meals and my nutrition, and he's been running the gym for me.
How's that been, Ben? change from?
You know, a lot of people go, "Oh, where'd you get your protein from? This and that." It's just like they're uneducated, like I was. You know, it's not our fault. It's just you get your protein from all sorts of foods. You know,
Sure.
There's so much if you actually sit down and go through the lot. There's loads you can get your proteins from, and you know, what is wrong with putting fruit and vegetables, lentils, beans, nuts and all that in your body? It's cleanliness. It's what we should be eating really, rather than all the processed stuff. You know, like I would say 80%, 20%, because I can have, you know, I'm not complete vegan, but I've been on this diet, and I've accidentally dropped a light weight. You know, and everyone's going, "Oh, you're 37 years of age, and you're meant to get put on weight." What a load of rubbish! Like I said before, I'm Benjamin Button. I'm going the other way.
The other way. Right, in Ramadan gone,
Yes.
last summer,
Yes.
you fasted.
That's
one day.
right. That's
Must
right.
have been very interesting for you.
That's right. Oh, it enlightened me really, because I'm on in Ringtone Boxing Gym is in Drummond Street, and that's where I live, and everybody's fasting. And I just thought, I'll tell you what, let me give it a go. Let me see through their eyes. The first day I did it, and I slept in all day, and I thought I cheated a little bit because I stayed in bed. And I thought, oh, that's not good enough. In my mind, I had that doubt. So the next day, I thought, right, I'm going to do this. So I was up early, and it was a hot day, and I was walking around Covent Garden, and I was dying for a drink, and I just mentally strong, mental strength, and then afterwards, I think it was would it be about 9:15 when we all sat down and we started eating in the evening time, and we sat down with my friends in that run all the restaurants on Drummond Street. They fed me for free because they were really, as they do, really proud of what I did, you know. And it's very strange, because if you haven't done it, it just gives you some kind of I'd say infinite power. Very weird. It's very strange mental strength. And I'll do it next time. I'll do it for maybe 4 days.
And lastly, Ben, there's a lot of youngsters I bump into in the local area who are taking up boxing. My oldest son himself has been doing it for 6 months as well.
Brilliant.
Just one piece of advice that you can give them. Someone in your position who's an inspiration to them and to us as well. Just a piece of advice.
Never give up. Never give up. When I was 32 years of age, you know, I lost everything, right? In a very, very, very dark place. I don't want to go back there. If I could change it around from being in a worse place to the best place of my life, I had nothing, right? No money, bad mindset, you know. If I can, from 32 to 36, 37, I don't even know what age I am now, to a thriving business, a boxing career, you know, and I feel this might sound a bit strange, but it's giving and paying forward and being grateful for what we have. It's not, you can give your time, you know, you can help people. It's not as if you're not about money, but yeah, I just don't never give up, and help as much people as you can, and then you help enough people, you can have anything you want in your life. Unconditionally, though. That's the trick. Unconditionally.
Onwards and upwards. Ben, we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you very much.
For your upcoming fight. Do
very
keep
excited.
us posted, and we'll be following it with great interest as well.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you back in the studio.
Definitely with the belt,
with your belts.
With the belts.
With your belts.
Yeah, and Masters and the Southern area.
Hope to do a follow-up interview as well.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ben Day will be fighting at your call on the 5th of December. His story is an inspiration, as I've mentioned earlier, and to young and to old. He's had a harrowing experience through life, but he's actually fought through and come up smelling of roses. I hope the community can turn up en masse 5th of December at your call. Further details will be available on our website. Thank you for watching The Sports Show.